All right, Antoine, thanks for a couple of minutes of your time today.
How y'all doing?
Doing great. Thank you. All right, Michael Coe, go ahead.
Hey there, Antoine. Do you feel like you're back to 100% the level you were before your injury, or are you still kind of getting there?
No, I feel like I'm back to 100%. Just, I mean, working through practice and all of that. I haven't had no issues or anything like that, so I definitely feel like I'm back to 100.
And the rehab process for you, were you ahead of where the doctors thought you would be? Because you did come back toward the earlier end of the time frame that Mac had set when you first got hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I came back. So they gave me a 6 to 10 week frame, and they said best case scenario would be Notre Dame, and I was right on track for that. So I came back right on time.
Cool. Thanks.
Ross Martin.
Hey, Antoine, you've been in this offense for a long time now. How have you seen the growth of the tight ends, particularly this season, and from comparing it to the last couple of years?
Compared to the last couple of years, it's definitely been a lot of production with the tight ends, because I mean it shows throughout the stat sheet, because the tight ends in the past couple of years haven't had as many numbers, and the fact that we got 3 balling out this year, it says a lot about the offense and how it's been changing a lot as well.
Do you think that's a fact that the tight end is just more talented, or do you think Coach Longo or Drake is kind of looking to get them involved more? Where do you see that kind of bouncing out?
The talent's always been there. I think they're just getting them more involved, and I mean they've been balling out in practice, so might as well incorporate it to the game.
Cool, thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Luciano, go ahead.
Hey, Antoine, I hope you're doing well. Drake is leading the nation in total touchdowns. How surprised have you been by his development and his performance throughout the season?
I mean, it's surprising, yes, but it's expected at the same time, because I know what type of player that Drake is, and he's a hardworking kid. He comes to practice every day ready, and I see him in the corner warming up, just getting ready and everything before everybody else even gets here. So I kind of expect that out of him, and it's a very good sign for me.
Thanks.
Back over to Adam Smith.
Antoine, we were talking to Des Evans yesterday, and he mentioned picking Corey Gaynor's brain a little bit, just about, Miami being this week. Like, what kind of resource is Corey just in a situation like this, when you have a guy who used to play on the team for so many years? Like, how valuable is that to have around for you guys?
It's pretty valuable, because he knows majority of the guys on that team, and he can give you a pretty instructive chart about who every person is as well, and how they play or how they practice as well. So, I mean, he's a very impactful player on his team, and he's very productive as well.
And for you personally, I don't believe Miami recruited you, did they? Or am I wrong about that?
They did, but I don't believe I received it from them. Okay.
Well, is that extra motivation? Just, going back, your home state and playing the U?
I mean, a little bit, yeah. It's always good to go back to Florida. And I mean, in high school, I was committed to Florida State, so it wasn't really nice.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you.
All right, last one for AG will come from Andrew Jones.
Hey, Antoine, have you seen the same edge and focus from the defense this week in practice that they had last week?
Oh, most definitely. They always bring the intensity. They try to get after us every single practice, and they make us better each practice. So they definitely always bring the juice, no matter how they played the week before. And they always looking to stack days just so it can add up and then show it when a game time comes.
A lot of them have said that when they had that defense player meeting last week, the day after Notre Dame game, that did change some things for them, and it brought them together, and they were a little bit more focused. Have you seen that elevation from them? And I guess the second part of that question is has that carried over to this week as well? So they're at a different level given the conversation that they had together.
Yeah, it's definitely carried over. And I mean, throughout that week of practice after the Notre Dame game and leading into the Virginia Tech game, it definitely helped them build confidence, because they know the type of defense they can be. And holding Virginia Tech to 10 points definitely displayed that as well. And they know that they got a lot more room for growth as well. So it'll definitely be fun to watch them.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right. Thanks, AG. Appreciate a few minutes of your time.
Have a good one.